Hi, 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 hi. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Auburndale. Merriwood South girls basketball here tonight. My name is Jason Zaleski. I will give you some analysis tonight. Dan Ross to my left will give you the play-by-play. Ethan Lecker is going to show you dazzling camera views, and Trevor Zaleski is going to run the whole darn thing. That's how this is going to work. It is the home Auburndale Eagles and the visiting reigning state champion, Assumption Catholic Royals. Dan, you've probably done a little prep tonight. A little bit. Yeah. Tell us what we're going to see here. I know Assumption likes to press. Auburndale is going to try to shoot a little bit. Kind of two opposing forces trying to figure each other out.
Yeah, absolutely. Assumption, kind of a high-powered offense based off of their full-court press. Auburndale obviously wants to slow things down a little bit more methodical. But these two teams are on top of the Merriwood South for a reason. Big battle tonight. Assumption comes in with one loss. Auburndale undefeated on the entire season. They were pushed a little bit the last time out against Columbus Catholic, who's been up and down all year. It's really early in the season to understand who's really good and who's not so good. But man, 6-0 feels good. It looks great.
6-0 looks particularly great, and so does a gold ball in your trophy case, which, as I mentioned a moment ago, the girls on the other side have. What kind of a challenge do you think that is for Auburndale? It's a conference foe. They saw them twice last year, but now they get to see them as state champions here in their place right now. Oh, okay. We'll figure that out. Trevor, go ahead. Let's take us to our WISP Sports special, and we'll be back for starting lineups right here on Zaleski Sports right after this.
Early week hoops notes, plus a look at what's ahead on the hardwood for this weekend. I'm Travis Wilson, and this is a WISPSports.net Minute brought to you by RallyAroundUs.com. More high school sports news after this.
Coaches, are you looking for a simple way to fundraise for uniforms, preseason tournaments, equipment, or anything else? Check out Rally Around Us, an easy-to-use online service that makes fundraising the least of your worries. Athletes can build out contact lists with real-time donation alerts. Your supporters can donate right from their phones. You can build custom campaign pages, and everything flows seamlessly into an easy-to-use dashboard for you as a coach. Get your team started for free at RallyAroundUs.com. After all, no one really wants that cookie dough anyway.
Tuesday night was a big one in high school basketball with a number of excellent games, including some big-time conference tussles. In boys hoops, Brookfield Central took down Menominee Falls in a showdown of top 10 teams in the Greater Metro Conference. Brook Central senior Andrew Rohde mussed around and had a triple-double, scoring 32 points with 12 rebounds and 10 assists. 6'7" sophomore Jack Doherty, the son of former Badgers big man Sean Doherty, added 24 points, while Menominee Falls was led by 24 and 13 from senior Stephen Clay. In girls hoops action, Pewaukee's Sarah Newcomer scored with 30 seconds left to lift the Pirates to a 43-42 win over Pius Catholic, as both teams had been ranked in the top 5 of Division II. Newcomer finished with 10 points, while freshman twins Anna and Amy Terrian combined for 21. Also on Tuesday was a top 5 matchup in Division I, as 4th-ranked Kettle Moraine traveled to 3rd-ranked Arrowhead. It was the visiting Lasers of Kettle Moraine who would come out on top in a 50-41 decision, as 3 players scored in double figures. The inaugural 608 basketball tournament will be held Friday and Saturday at Madison College, featuring a trio of ranked boys basketball teams from Wisconsin, DeForest, Madison La Follette, and La Crosse Central. Also part of the field is Yorkville Christian out of Illinois, who features Duke recruit Jaden Shute. This has been a WISPSports.net Minute. Check us out online at WISPSports.net and search iTunes for the WSN podcast.
All right, back here to Auburndale. Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross to my left. To his left, Trevor Zaleski and Ethan Lecker on camera upstairs. We were sorting out some. Dan couldn't hear me. I could hear him, which reminds me of me and my wife. Most times, she would rather not hear me, and I only hear her. So I don't know if that was similar or not, but I've heard that story before.
Well, I knew I was going to get called on, so I was trying to pay attention, but it's hard. Because the band, they got a great band here at Auburndale.
The horn section in particular, and then there's a little fella. He's about 3 feet tall. He's got big headphones on, big ear protection headphones, and he's banging the drum. He's got to be like 3 or 4 years old. He's banging the drum, having a great time over there. Speaking of having a great time, just about time here for National Anthem. Again, it's the home Auburndale Eagles. Dan says they're undefeated. I believe what he says. I say Assumption are reigning state champions, and I think that would be undisputed at this point. And we think we, could have something here. especially early on, as you mentioned, Dan, early in the season, where you're trying to figure out who you are and where you're going and all that. Anything before Christmas is kind of a crapshoot sometimes. You're still trying to. Coaches don't even sometimes know what they've got going on. So you talk about that a little bit. How teams are still trying to find their groove here.
Yeah, early on in the season, coaches might play 10, 11, 12 girls or boys during the games, and right about now you're starting to cull it down to 7, 8, maybe 9.
Okay, well that makes sense to me. As a matter of fact, you said that Auburndale roster was only 8 or 9, so
that's right.
They may have already done the culling. All right, that'll be with National Anthem time here. We'll leave the microphones on so you can hear today's National Anthem here in Auburndale. All right, National Anthem now behind us. It's time for starting lineups here on Zaleski Sports. Before Dan gives you those, I'll just remind you right now that now is the best time to go tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers. Live free sports are on Zaleski Sports right now. The reason you found us, you're watching one of these girls out here, and there are people that you know that would like to watch these girls play basketball. So tell them right now, and they can watch live right along with us here tonight. It'll be starting lineups first for the defending state champion, Assumption Catholic Royals.
Assumption comes in at 6-1, 3-1 in conference, led by all-state player number 3, Ayanara Sanzdarosas. Number 5, Kendall Dillman, 7 points a game she's averaging. Number 22, Kayla Kirkman, a big cog for this Assumption team so far this year. 24, Kristen Casey. And number 40, Malayla Colo, big girl in the middle, 7 points a game.
All right, and then the home Auburndale Eagles.
Auburndale comes in at 6-0, 4-0, an unblemished record. Starting lineups, number 10, Aliyah Hamas. Number 11, 10 points a game, Grace Krings. Number 30, Ashlyn Grimm, she's averaging 9 points a game. Averaging 7 points a game is Josephine Ertl. And number 44, all-conference player Anna Marie Aui, 15 points, 7 boards a game.
Anna Marie Aui, one of the premier players here in the conference. As we talked about a little bit in that pregame just a moment ago, Assumption is they're going to be fast, they're going to be quick, they're going to ring up the defensive pressure, and it's really going to be up to Auburndale to figure out a way to get through that pressure and then get the ball into the hands of their shooters, and especially, like you said, number 44, Anna Marie Aui.
Yeah, we're going to look for Assumption to push as much as they can. They're fast. They're a deep team. They're going to throw a lot of girls at Auburndale tonight.
For those that are curious, it was Assumption winning the JV game. I have no idea what the score is because nobody really records those, but if you were wondering, that's what happened there. By about 15 or something.
By about 15, yeah. Assumption comes out in a 2-3 zone. There's a 3 from the outside. Missed by Beckert. Rebound comes down to Youngworth. Quick up the floor. Ayanara dribbles baseline outside. Shot fake. Driving to the hoop is Casey, no good. Defensive rebound to Krings.
Casey might have passed up an open, longer shot and decided to take it to the rack instead and then missed on that layup.
A really good way to keep Assumption from pressing you is to get defensive rebounds. Dangerous skip pass. Auburndale keeps control.
Yeah, nice recovery defense that time by Malia Colo.
Thomas with a missed shot. Rebound again to Youngworth. She's got 2 early on.
Colo that time was able to come weak side of the lane and flow over to that strong side where the shooter was, and did a nice job there boxing out.
Auburndale playing man-to-man defense. It's kind of what they're known for year over year. Coach Alwey teaches them really well. Auburndale being patient in the half court here. Assumption switched to man. No, Auburndale's in man.
Right. Yeah, they're both blue.
They're both blue and white.
Breaking news here on the broadcast. Yeah, a very patient set though for Assumption. And again, you got to give credit to the Auburndale defense here as well, able to stick with it. You'd like for the home crowd here to give them some credit defensively, but everybody's kind of waiting and watching right now.
Youngworth, dangerous pass, not quite stolen, but knocked away. Ionara trying to take the defender off the dribble, can't do it.
Yeah, that was Hamas there, and Hamas stood her ground. She's been up to the task now. A steal coming the other way.
There's a steal by Krings, up ahead. Layup is good for Josephine Ertl.
Yeah, Ertl went up. It was nice control there, good control. You mentioned early season stuff. Layups are an early season challenge a lot of times, and Ertl nice and controlled there.
Layups are tough all year long. Ionara, nice find underneath to Colo for 2.
Yep, Colo right there on that low block. That was those two have played with each other now for a couple of years, and they were able to kind of telepathically let each other know. We get a whistle on the floor. It's going to be travel, dribbling violation, and we get, you said, it's going to be, I was at hockey on Tuesday night, and it's a bit of a line change here as Hamas and
Dillman.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking on the wrong darn side now.
Yeah.
We'll get this right at some point, Dan. Maybe.
Really a good chance for us to see an all-state player in Ionara. Stepped out of bounds, going back to Auburndale.
Well, her story is a good one, and we'll see if we can maybe tell a little bit more of that in the second half. We won't go through it now, but as a foreign exchange student, her first year it was JV. Those are the rules, and somebody told me that you got to get down and watch this JV girl, and I said I don't really watch JV basketball, and they're like, no, you've got to get down and watch her. And the night before, she had scored 50 in a JV game, and has really turned out to be the real deal for the last 2 years here for this squad on varsity.
Yeah, and just a fantastic person as well.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
Folks from Spain often watching, other family from across the Atlantic Ocean, probably watching right now. I've probably about 4 in the morning over there. I don't know. You were just in France recently, so I don't know.
It's a 7-hour difference. Yeah, so it's about 2 in the morning maybe.
Okay, that's early.
It is early.
Sans de Rosas showing some ball handling skills that she learned at basketball camp once. But Hamas is right on her. I said that, Dan. Hamas has been up to the challenge here so far for the Eagles, and they're going to need that as no kick ball called. We stay live.
The three-pointer is missed by Vollert. Offensive rebound, though. Auburndale's going to have to limit that. Yeah,
Coach Alwey not happy right now as I look right down the sideline at him. He's telling me, you got to get that rebound. We can't give this team second chances.
Here's another chance. Skip past Ionara. Crossover dribble left, and looks like we're getting a foul called on Hamas.
Yeah, that's going to be on Hamas. You see, Dan, Assumption in that half-court set, a much different team than when they're in transition. Yep. That was, again, a lot of credit to Auburndale defense, but that was a really labored effort this trip down for Assumption, and it has been the last couple times.
Youngworth back in the game. First time tonight for Anna Schooley. Generally replaces Colo.
And travel there is the call. Youngworth got her nose over her skis.
Yep, and that is a sideline play that we're going to see from Assumption quite a bit tonight.
Timeout on the floor. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neelsville today.
Back here in Auburndale, 4:11 off the clock, 2-2. It's a slow start for both teams, and Dan really talked about Auburndale defensive play, and they have shown it here so far. See what we can come up with here as Auburndale puts the press on coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, Assumption has honestly dominated a lot of teams with the press, but after 6 games now, film really helps coaches try to break it, although turnover here.
Yep. So Assumption gets the turnover out of the press. It's last off of Owie. It had glanced off of Kendall Dillman and then right off of Anna Marie Owie's shin and out of bounds. It'll stay Assumption ball. And we get a...
Kirkman's back in the game. She's replacing Ayanara.
Yep.
Probably a short spell.
Yeah, probably Sans DeRosa. So she comes off the floor. She looks at the clock. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this, coach, because I don't want to sit for long.
Well, she is a fantastic runner, so... conditioning is not an issue.
To my understanding, she's as a basket there. To my understanding, she's a scholarship cross-country athlete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dillman to Schooley. Assumption with a 2-point lead, 4-2. Here's the Assumption press. You really don't want to stop your momentum when you're trying to break the press. Going baseline's Grimm. Out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay here.
Okay. Yeah, Owie had a tough pass there to handle, and Auburndale fortunate to keep the ball here.
Passes into Grimm. Here's a post-entry pass.
That was a no-look pass, and Lily Hansdorf would be wise to look next time.
Yeah.
That was not needed in that fashion, and especially after the team had just got a good break there by getting the ball back and then throwing it away.
Yeah, you want to move the ball quick in the zone, and sometimes the no-look pass really helps keep the defense standing still, but you can't throw out of bounds.
Shot long there off the hands of Kirkman. Assumption another second chance on a possession.
Dangerous pass Kirkman into Schooley. Assumption moving the ball around. This is Youngworth for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Auburndale.
Yep, Owie got the rebound there, and now they come down the floor. Nobody stopped ball.
Shots missed, back iron. The pace is picking up a little bit.
Coach Dale Owie's got his hands on top of his head down there. Probably wondering how the layup was missed.
Yeah, not a great angle. Those layups were coming straight at the basket. Yeah. It's really easy to hit back iron.
Yeah, she's likely thinking, geez, nobody's stopping me, so I'm going to keep going here, but really just not able to convert.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. I mean, ideally you want to go one way or the other, left or right. But it's much easier for us sitting here baseline.
Sans DeRosa sat for 1:15 on the game clock. Back in now.
Yeah. She goes baseline.
Well, may have traveled.
Euro step, but called to travel. You'd be surprised how often that's called or not called, depending on the officiating unit each night.
What they've seen before, how familiar they are with the step.
And this is a good officiating group. We have these at the junior college level in the state. It's the same group.
Yep.
Dangerous pass, skip pass. This is a long jumper by Ertl for 2.
Yeah, nice shot there by Josephine Ertl, the junior. Had that one lined up from 16 feet, knocked it down. We're tied at 4. And like you said, Dan, Auburndale able to get some of these rebounds, some, and not as many as Coach Owie would like, but able to knock down that shot there and keep Assumption out of that press situation.
Absolutely.
Or at least has been able to up until this point. The most important weapon for the Royals is that press.
Ainara got to the short corner, picks up her dribble, skip past to Youngworth. Now this is Casey,
Kirkman, yeah, and she got stopped up again. You give credit to the Auburndale defense. They are getting the job done right now as they stop the Royals that time down. Again, it's a 4-4 game. I don't know if either coach feels great about that. We're almost 7 minutes in. They probably don't feel spectacular about the score. They wish, of course, every coach wishes they had more points than they do. But on the other hand, Auburndale's got to feel a little good right now.
Yeah, I would think so. And here's a quick steal by Youngworth. Left-handed layup, no good. Auburndale dodges a bullet.
Yeah, she went up a little faster than maybe she would have liked. Maybe kind of rushed that layup somewhat. But benefit to the Eagles.
Yep. And even talking to the Assumption coaching staff, they know they're not a great half-court team. It's turnover. They know they're not a great half-court team, which is why they want to run, they want to press. Not that they can't win games in the half-court, it's just a little bit more difficult. So that's what Auburndale wants to do coming in, slow the game down. And it's working so far.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And they in that half-court, again, they've been able to stick with the speed and quickness of the Royals. The Royals continue to work the ball around the perimeter here. Look for a cutter, but Auburndale's been able to, again, I'm just going to keep talking about that defense until they show me something else, but they have been up to the challenge.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of motion on the Assumption offense right now. Though Kola gets a touch inside, gets out to Ayanara.
And Kirkman traveled.
Yep.
So, yeah, Eagles just frustrating the Royal offense right now, and late into those possessions, Assumption just trying to force a little bit, trying to go even faster, because that's what they're used to, right? They're used to if I go fast, I score. And a couple of these times now, they've gone too fast. They've got their feet moving with all the ball down, so they're trying to go too fast.
Schooley's back in the game, and Auy's back in the game for Auburndale. Another quick rest. Auburndale's not finding much difficulty with the press, although kind of an off-balance shot by Hamas.
Yeah, I'd even say so much as it was a wild shot by Hamas inside now, and that one shot too long by Schooley.
Rebound comes down to Grimm. Auburndale being patient, getting the ball across half court and then attacking. Nice skip pass out here. Grimm, three. Missed it long. It looked good where we were.
Well,
a little long.
A little bit long. Had the right line.
Kind of a deep three, about a foot behind the arc. Youngworth, top of the key. Picked up her dribble. Not closely guarded. Assumption continues to work around the perimeter. Here's a three-pointer for Youngworth from straight on mid-step back iron. Aui with the rebound. And Auburndale tries to push past the press. Aui with the ball, 25 feet from the rim. Being patient against the Assumption zone. 4-4, 9:05 left to play in the first half. Three-pointer from the outside by Krings. Back iron, no good. Assumption trying to push, but Auburndale's back. Ayanara with a 12-foot runner, no good. Offensive rebound putback, no good by Schooley. Ball's loose. Picked up by Auburndale.
Yeah, Aui able to tip that one up and you keep it alive. That may have went out of bounds if she hadn't, and the pass goes off the head of Casey and down and missed the layup.
It's going to be, it looks like out of bounds to Assumption. Assumption's missed a couple of transition opportunities. Just keeping Auburndale around. This could really easily be a 6 or 8 point game, but still 4-4, 8.5 to play in the first half.
Yeah, we're a little
exciting basketball.
Well, depending on what you like to see, we're a little more than halfway through the first half, so the second quarter now, if you will, and it's just been a game that hasn't gotten any kind of real storyline yet.
Yeah. Grimm goes baseline, almost steps out of bounds.
Yeah, nearly did. Here's Hamas on the three.
Missed it short. Rebound down to Colo.
Coach Klein tells his girls to go hard. Here's Sans DeRosas now on the push.
A little miscommunication on Sans DeRosas. Makes him pay. Little 6-foot runner, 6'4" Assumption.
Other games across network tonight. Alma Center is at Port Edwards. That's boys basketball. Girls basketball, Gilman at Columbus. Edgar at Stratford. We'll keep you updated on that one, as that's Merriwood South basketball.
Oh, missed layup by Grimm.
Pittsville is at Pacelli. Iola at Amherst boys basketball. Those two. And Greenwood at Granton girls basketball.
Dillman with a nice tick to the lane and a quick timeout by Coach Klein. You see the runner by De La Rosas.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Welcome back. 7:26 left to play in the first half. Assumption 8, Auburndale 4.
Kind of a mini Royals run there. Two baskets in a row.
4-0 run.
4-0 run, which in this game is something.
Yeah.
So I mentioned the other Merriwood South game live right now at Zaleski Sports. It's Edgar at Stratford, 12-5 Stratford. 10 minutes left in the first half.
Yep. Bad pass out of bounds. Assumption getting what they want out of the press. Another turnover. I feel like Auburndale is trying to move too fast with the press. They're taking chances they don't have to. You got plenty of time to get across half court as long as you're making progress towards it.
Well, it's all that practice intensity about how do we do this. As Dillman misses.
Ball's loose. Sans de Rosas really getting on the ground. Ball's loose. They're going to have a jump ball at half court.
So we got two of the marquee players there in the Merriwood South, Anna Marie Aui and Ainara Sans de Rosas, tying up and tumbling to the floor together.
Assumption ball. Alternate possession. 6:50 left to play in the first half. 8-4.
I didn't expect 8-4 at this point. That wouldn't, if I would have wrote down some things about my expectations for this game, that wouldn't have made the list.
Well, when I told you my expectation, this was not part of it.
Yeah, right. Right.
Youngworth gets the ball over to Sans de Rosas. Dillman in the corner.
Yeah, still though, either team not off their game plan here. Both teams like where they are right now.
Jumper by Schooley, no good. Offensive rebound by Colo. Outside three-pointer, Youngworth, no good.
It's a great rebound there by Colo as she out-jumped everybody. And I remember talking to Coach Ryan Klein, the Assumption coach stands here right in front of us, a couple years ago. It was early in the season, and we were talking about practice, what he was working on. And he said, I just want my girls to jump. And you saw Colo there jump.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Well,
in girls basketball.
Yeah, I think it is. Because gravity. The ball will come to me. I don't have to jump, do I? Well, if you want to get the rebound over the other person, yes. And Colo did. So that was nice to see.
Here's Aui, a 14-foot jumper, gets it to go. Her first points of the night.
Over the years of me watching Anna Marie Aui, that seems like where she's done her most damage is from that 15-foot area, the 15-foot range, and really has made a lot of her points here playing varsity basketball at Auburndale from around that 15-foot area.
Colo now top of the key. Over to Youngworth. Youngworth is double teamed. She's in trouble. Out of bounds. Back to Auburndale.
Yeah,
take a quick look at Emery Aui's jumper. You see it just kind of fall into the net.
Yeah, just great touch on that jumper. She's, like I said, she's made a lot of them over the years. In the senior, Aaliyah Hamas, I'm going to keep talking about her. She made that turnover happen down here, too. She has played a good first half here so far.
Yeah, kind of a surprise, a little wrinkle by Coach Aui to double team the wing on that. Not something that they've done thus far. Dangerous pass.
Yeah, Hamas, she hung her head there. She knew that was not going to get the job done.
Yep. Casey over to Kirkman, back to Casey. Trying to get the ball inside, does so. We're going to have a little foul here.
Yeah, that'll be on Hamas. So that's her second if I've got it right.
Yep.
So both team fouls on the Auburndale side are Hamas's.
She's going to come to the bench.
Yeah.
Becker to replace her.
Yeah, with 5:16 left, so it's a smart move. So you can keep her on that too, and maybe just get her emotionally settled down.
Yeah, and when you have a really good officiating crew, they're not going to blow the whistle on a lot of fouls, right? They're going to let the teams play. They don't want to be part of the result, and that's kind of what we get from this group. 3 team fouls in the first 13 minutes.
Yeah, and it's been a hard-played game. There has been contact, and but did the contact change the game? No. So you don't need to blow that whistle every time.
You can see Assumption's having a really hard time trying to get penetration, get the ball inside. Touches in the paint are at a premium right now. Here's a turnover. Good steal, getting down on the floor. Krings.
Yeah, I would even say Assumption, we talked about their half court, not their strongest suit, but they are uncharacteristically deficient in their half court sets here in the first half.
Assumption looks like they are trying to double team the wing out of the zone. This is Aui into the paint. Out to Krings, which is not close. Offensive rebound.
Yep, Hasnorel will get the offensive rebound as she had a nice position down low, and on the putback, that was, I believe they're going to call Schooley on the foul. 2 free throws coming up for the junior Lily Hasnorel.
Yeah, and Assumption had a big disadvantage on that because the shot was a good foot offline. It's hard to rebound those.
Yeah, you don't anticipate, well, I'll put it positively. You anticipate that ball is going to come off the rim. So that's where your box out and where your aim is.
First free throw was no good. The second also off. Offensive rebound by Aui, and the putback is good.
Yeah, really good there. Really good job by Aui.
That's a play where the coach is really upset than really happy.
Yeah, and I just heard Coach Klein say, how do we expect to get a rebound when we're standing straight up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, if you're going to put a body on anybody, it would be Emery. Auburndale playing a little bit more inspired defense this time down. You see Assumption just struggling getting the ball off the perimeter, and Auburndale's even pushing Assumption off the perimeter. You can see them passing the ball 3 feet behind the arc right now.
Yeah, Assumption just grinding right now. The gears are grinding.
Yep.
It's not been a fluid operation.
Assumption not really making Auburndale work on defense. Now, of course, graduated a lot of seniors last year. They won a state title.
Yep.
Dangerous pass, still corralled by Vollert.
And nearly stolen by Delaney Becker. Becker on defense here on Sanderosis, and she may have traveled.
Now they're going to call a foul.
They are going to call the foul.
She did a really good job splitting the defenders, and that's a call that the officials have to make. We can take a look at the putback by Aui. You can see the box out was just missed. Looks like it was Kirkman on that.
All our instant replays brought to you by Wheeler's GM. Wheeler's GM, I don't know, a lot of locations these days. A couple in Marshfield. Go check them out. At oil change, tires, the facility on the Marshfield's notorious north side. And then we just got our Chevy Traverse repaired at the Wheeler's Collision Center on Marshfield's sunny south side. Daughter Marissa decided she was going to rear end somebody on the way to Minnesota a while back.
Sanzarosis misses the 3, left iron.
I completely do not recommend running into another vehicle. Don't do that.
Grimm for 3 from the outside, missed it short. Ball's loose, taken by Kirkman.
But if you have a knucklehead daughter like me, one idea is take it over to Wheeler's, get it cleaned up, get it fixed up. Whole new bumper and grill assembly. It was quite a thing.
And cars are made just like accordions.
Yeah.
Well, made of the cheapest things possible.
She was stopped and then lurched forward and bumped the car in front of her. So fortunately not a high rate of speed, but not something I was impressed with either.
Schooley outside. This is Kirkman, missed it. Rebound comes down to Ertl, who's had a pretty good game so far. Also, a fast-moving game. We were under 2 minutes left in the first half. It's 8-all.
We are, 20 minutes real time?
Yeah.
In an 18-minute half?
Yeah.
I'll let you do the math on that at home.
Skip pass over here to Aui. Aui picked up her dribble. She's got to get rid of it.
So, a little-known fact in Auburndale that if both teams are held to single digits in the first half, it's free hot dogs at the concession stand. So we're looking forward to that.
That'd be nice.
But both have to be held to single digits.
Now, Kirkman with the miss. Aui rebound. She's fouled. Nowhere near the bonus yet.
Well, each team with 3 fouls apiece.
Yep,
and we
Silly picked up her second.
Get another line change coming out here for the Royals. That is Kristen Casey and Malia Colo back in. Both juniors for Coach Ryan Klein.
A lot of them played minutes last year for the state championship.
They did. You're right, they did. meaningful minutes.
Yep.
So Hamas
Not a
misread
great decision.
something. Yeah, she didn't. She thought she saw something that wasn't there.
Kirkman's running baseline to baseline. And Assumption is getting decent shots. They're just not falling right now.
Yeah, they've had some good looks. They've missed 3-4 layups. Auburndale's missed a few as well. So under a minute to play. 8-8. Looking for free hot dogs.
Here's Colo, left-handed. She's going to get fouled.
The foul will go on Aoi. And like you said, Colo is going to go to the line for 2. And I'm hoping she misses at least one. They keep it in single digits.
Falls on Ertl.
Oh, well, okay.
So better for
Good correction.
Auburndale.
Yes.
2 shots for Colo. She has 2 points on the night. Misses the first. Hot dogs are still possible here.
That's a little-known fact. I get things wrong, though, at times. So if you're in the neighborhood, rush on down, take in the game. Now, if the hot dogs don't happen, don't blame me, though. But I think that's what I heard once.
This one's also missed.
Yeah, free throw woes for both teams here in the first half. It's
There's another steal. Casey this time.
been a different display of basketball here than we thought we were going to get so far.
Casey out to DeRosas.
So do you hold for one here? Try to get a halftime lead?
Yeah, probably. DeRosas looking inside.
Or the one shot may just come naturally. It may not even be intentional. They're taking this much time. It may just take this much time to get to the spot, to get the look they want.
There's a turnover. Colo turns it over. Aoi, 3 seconds on the clock. Puts up a long 3. That's no good. Put back is good at the buzzer. Becker ruins the hot dog dream, but does take a 2-point lead into the locker room.
Well, that's good news for me, because if I was wrong, well, now we'll never know, because both teams didn't finish in single digits. All right, let's see here. We've got a Ryan Clow here first. We'll take a look at that. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, Aoi shot with 3 seconds on the clock, and she missed it just enough, and it came right back to her teammate who put it in for 2.
Yeah, so we got a buzzer beater at the first half.
Yep.
It gives the home Eagles a 2-point halftime lead. We heard from, we're going to hear from Assumption Catholic Royals head coach Ryan Klein. He visited with our very own Steve Maves for Coach on the Couch a while back. If you want to watch this video later, it's on YouTube. So you can go out and watch Ryan Klein, Coach on the Couch on YouTube. But we will show it to you right now here on Zaleski Sports.
Here with Assumption girls basketball coach Ryan Klein. Coach, obviously quite the year last year. We'll get into that in just a moment. But let's talk about how many years you've been coaching, head coach, and what keeps you coming back.
Let's see. I started coaching as soon as I showed back up at Assumption here. I graduated in 2002, went away to college for 4 years, and I think it was 2006 I started coaching here. And a long time coaching football and a lot of JV girls basketball. Had a lot of fun with that, and then took over the head job here. I think it was 6 years ago, yeah, I mean, it's like any job, you start doing it long enough, and the job gets easier, and fresh faces every year is nice. It's nice to make those relationships with the kids and the parents. We hang out with Jesus here quite a bit too, and he keeps me coming back. And I can't picture myself anywhere else other than this place, and it's been good to me, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
And before we recap again, just talk about how special that is, graduating from here, coming back, being able to be a part of a basketball program. Obviously, you were on the boys' side when you were here, and now a special part on the girls' side as well. Yeah,
I mean, it's been almost 20 years being involved at the school here, and it's like you said, it's special. It's a family for me, and it's fun welcoming new people into your family. It's like getting a new crop of kids every year, and people that you grew up with now starting to see their kids coming through the program and all that. It's a lot of fun. So,
and obviously, quite the year last year, special run into the state championship. Just talk about, just recap a little bit from last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I just talked to the Wild Rose coach here, and we didn't really know how good we were last year. We got shut down from COVID 2 times, and there was a bulk of our schedule that we didn't get to play. So we really kind of found ourselves in the playoffs there. It was a pleasant surprise. I mean, I knew we had some talented girls, and kind of putting the pieces together there was a lot of fun, and they took care of business. So we had some remarkable young ladies that have left us, and got a couple of those pieces back this year, and so it's a little bit of a different puzzle to put together this year, but still good kids. So, yep.
And now, obviously, looking forward to this year. Started off 4-0, 2 big conference wins already. Took care of business at the Cranberry Classic this past weekend. Just talk about what you've seen out of the girls so far to start this year.
We've just got so many girls that can contribute in so many ways, and it just at practice, you see drills and the competitive nature of everything that we do. The girls they're humble in that, they all want to get better, and they see their shortcomings, but they're all supportive of one another too, in that effort to get better and improve. And as we start, figuring out our roles here now with so many more pieces, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting night in and night out to see who's going to come in and contribute. So,
and obviously you mentioned last year losing the seniors that you did. Now handful of underclassmen now stepping up onto the varsity level, but you also still have very talented upperclassmen. One in large part Ayanara. Just talk about the role that she has taken now as a senior.
Yeah, I mean, that's a type of player that you don't see come through very often. I mean, she's just dynamic. I mean, she's got an endless motor and a great love for the game. She's been a blessing to coach. And she's continuing to develop into a leader for us on the floor. We have a number of other seniors, Kayla and Izzy, Sadie, even Clara, our manager. I mean, they really do, take on that leadership role for us. And Ainara's, stepping up and starting to get her voice heard a little bit. So we've got depth in our leadership roles as well there. So it's been fun to watch her and all the seniors. So I'm excited for them to have a successful season and a successful school year too.
And had a couple of good non-conference opponents at the Cranberry Classic. Have another one tonight in Wild Rose. Just talk about building that. You have very good non-conference schedule last year. Talk about building on that non-conference schedule throughout the year.
Well, it's funny, when we go out and schedule teams, we do look for, some competitive teams to play. And then all of a sudden this year I found out that it doesn't matter who you play, you're kind of going to the mercy of the machine there. So I don't know what that's going to look like in the future for us, as far as the, scheduling teams that are up a division like a Shawano or what have you. Wild Rose kind of bounces back and forth from Division 4 to Division 5, and so I mean I like playing competitive games against good programs, and we try to put as many of those on the schedule as possible.
And then just expectations for this year. Obviously, starting the year off 2-0 in the conference, pretty top-heavy. Merrillwood this year, Auburndale, you guys, Marathon got a big win against Edgar last night. Just talk about expectations for the girls and the team this year.
Well, I know as far as the conference goes that I always expect to get beat up by our conference opponents. I mean, there's not one out there in the South here that doesn't challenge us. So I love our conference. Even, you know, going up and playing some of those teams in the North too. They've got some good competitive schools there. So I do appreciate being in our conference and the challenge that brings. The expectations there are just to go and compete and, you know, get better day by day.
One big thing that we like at Zaleski Sports anyway is people to come out and watch the girls first off, or fill the gyms, fill these gyms. Obviously, people can watch online, but one thing that we missed obviously last year was the crowds and people that want to come out and watch. What do you say to Assumption Royal girls basketball fans that want to come out and support their girls?
Well, there's room. You know, there's plenty of room in the gym. We had a great classic, and it was great to see, I mean, a lot of people, so many people that I got to see. But from the other side of it, I've gotten to enjoy so many games because of you guys. From the comfort of my home, you know, with the kids crawling all over me, and I appreciate the heck out of that. So it's good to have the support and the followers, and whether they're sitting at home and cheering you on there or they're in the stands, it's appreciated. So we, you know, we put a lot of time and effort into what we do, and you know, try to do our best out there, and we appreciate the support. I mean, we have a good community of followers or supporters. I mean, it's strong. So.
Welcome back to Auburndale High School. You just saw Coach Klein, coach on the couch, talking about last year's state title and his team this year. In this one, Auburndale leads 10-8. Quite a first half if you're into defense. Steals. Real quick, Ertl 4 points, Awi 4 points, Becker 2 points. That's Auburndale. For Assumption, 2 for Colo, Schooley, Dillman, and DeRosas. That's 8. 10-8. As we start the second half, Auburndale with the ball first. Be interesting to think about changes in halftime. Here's a breakout layup by Kirkman. Ties the game at 10. We talked a little bit about coaching philosophy early on, and I think that Coach Awi has to be just ecstatic with what he saw in the first half. Coach Klein probably much less so. Here's Awi from the outside for 3. Hits it. She's off to a quick start. 13-10 Auburndale. 3-point lead. Assumption going right to left on your computer screen. In the blue jerseys. Casey gets it to De La Rosas. To the hoop for 2. Much quicker pace here early on in the second half.
Well, there's this interesting phenomena here, scoring.
Scoring,
that's happening.
Crazy.
That's good to see. That was a nice move down here by Sands DeRosas. That just her ability to cut through the defense, to move with a plan, and to know what she's going to do. That's what puts her above all the other guards in the conference.
It's going to be a foul on Colo. It's going to be her first.
Take a look at the Wheelers GM replay here. This will be Sands DeRosas.
Oh, this is going to be Awi for 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nice skip pass. Good shooting for him. Bottom of the net.
So we did get hot dogs at the concession stand. They weren't free, though. But
you're Jason Zaleski. They should be free.
I'd like to think that's a thing. So we've got an injury, an Auburndale injury. Nothing significant.
Yeah, it looks like maybe some blood on the hand or
just
something.
To get a Band-Aid, and looks like she'll be okay.
Dangerous pass. La Rosas over to Kirkman. Fouled shooting, so she'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
So Assumption able to get a little bit of tempo that time. It's going to equal trip to the free throw line.
Hamas's 3rd foul. That's actually something to keep our eyes on here.
Yeah, it's not what Coach Howie wanted, especially in the in the first minute and a half or so.
First free throws missed. In a low-scoring game, these automatic points are really important. Second's good for Kirkman. 13 all, 16-21 left in the game. That's a dangerous pass, but Aui able to get it online. Shot from the outside. Back iron, no good.
Back the other way come the Royals, led by Sands de Rosas. She's cut off, though, that time by Hamas, who stays in with 3 fouls.
Yeah, at a certain point, you got to have your players that can score. Nice move by Colo, blocked.
Yeah, blocked by Hasnorl. And then
Colo's slow to get up.
Very slow getting up is Colo.
Let's see if the official's going to let him play.
Well, she's hustling down there. She's not 100%, but she hustled back down the other side.
Shot no good. This is Colo. Now official's whistle.
So Colo limping, but able to get the rebound.
Yeah.
And this is an Auburndale foul. Colo is going to come out. In will come Schooley. Anna Schooley, a freshman.
Yep.
She, Addie Vollert, and Sarah Shaw, just the 3 freshmen on the team.
And Shaw hasn't played. She had a broken collarbone or something, and she's still recovering from it.
Doesn't sound comfortable.
No. Ertl back in the game for Auburndale, who had a really good first half.
We're tied at lucky 13s all the way around here with 15:23 left to play here in the game, and we're now no closer to solving anything, Dan, than when we tipped off to begin the game.
We have hot dogs. 3-pointer miss.
So we feel good.
Yeah,
we feel good.
Wide open 3 for Grimm. She nails it. We'll look good the whole way.
It was a great shot. She had her hit the stroke. Right to left her hand, that was going in, and then turnover, back come the Eagles.
Aui with the ball across the timeline. 2-on-1, she takes it herself.
Oh,
left-handed layup is good.
What a job there by Anna Marie Aui, and Coach Klein will keep the timeout in his pocket for the time being. I thought he might have called one there.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about it to himself right now.
Telling himself, I better not regret this.
DeRosas looking inside. You almost think that this is a game that she's going to have to take over to help the Assumption offense tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're cold shooting, you want to get to the free throw line. You want to see that ball go in.
Nice pass.
Yep, and there is the timeout.
We'll take a look in transition. There's the real nice 3 by Grimm. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chile. Hot dogs. Good hot dogs here. They got a nice concession stand here in Auburndale. As I am actually chewing mine right now. Got nachos out there, some hot food. That's nice to see. Fresh popcorn. Sometimes the concession stands, Dan, will pop the popcorn during the day, or the people that are running it. And then you get the popcorn that's, 6-7 hours old. I know anyway. Seemed like you know right away. It was freshly popped out there.
Yeah.
Just a different flavor for popcorn.
For sure. Aui going baseline. Skip pass. Here's Aui from the corner 3. Missed it long. Online, just missed it a little bit too long. Rebound is Casey. She's quick up the floor. Now Assumption settles into the half-court offense.
You talked about Sands de Rosas earlier, and one of the remarks I was beginning to make was sometimes with a a player like that, if you get to the free throw line, you start seeing your shot go in, and then your jumpers start going. You find your stroke that way.
Yeah, and it's not even that she's missing shots. She's not taking a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Kind of a fadeaway shot there. Schooley decided to do the turnaround instead of taking it to the basket.
Hamas, another rebound.
Grimm, good penetration. Pass outside, the three is good. It's the biggest lead of the night for the Auburndale Eagles.
Yeah, Grace Krings with a nice shot. And I don't know, Dan, I don't know if you can quite say this yet, but if we get a little later in this game, that 6-point lead looks more like a 10, 12-point lead.
It does. Here's DeRosas for three. The answer rolls around the basket and falls.
Just a great shooter's touch.
Yep, 7 on the night for DeRosas.
That's why that rotation on your shot is so important. You give that ball a chance when it hits the rim to fall through.
Nice fire underneath. Layup is missed. Gets her own rebound. Outside again for three.
Grace Krings, back-to-back.
All of a sudden, we're out of control with points.
Now, kind of getting in the game that we thought we might find here tonight.
Nice crowd tonight. Nice and loud gym.
Great crowd. Two towns not that far apart, about a 20-minute drive for folks from the Wisconsin Rapids area.
Dillman for three. She missed this one. Ertl with the rebound. Auburndale with a 6-point lead. Chance to add on to it with some confidence now.
Oh, come on now.
Open
Come on.
three. Missed it long.
Bit of a heat check, and then we're going to get a foul on Auburndale. That's going to go on Ertl. Take a look at our Wheelers GM replay here on that second made three by Krings. Just a beautiful touch in that three. Nearly had 3 in a row. We get a timeout on the floor. The Eagles will talk about it. We will talk to you when we come back next on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
You really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
So quick question, how delicious are pigs?
Great. They are maybe the most delicious. I don't know. There's a lot of good things, but yeah, big shout out to the pig who gave its life for these hot dogs. Thank you, pig.
6-point lead. Assumption down 6 with the ball. Doesn't look like Auburndale's doing anything different defensively this time down.
No, this has been their plan the whole game. They have stuck to it.
DeRosas puts the ball on the ground, on the floor. This is Youngworth going baseline. Dangerous pass, it's turned over. Steal by Hamas.
And we're going to get a foul here on Assumption. That was, all that action started. Ashlyn Grimm got the tip defensively, and the Eagles able to turn it the other way. And then we get a foul on Dillman.
Yep.
Yeah. So each team with only 2 fouls apiece. Again, the fouls weren't an issue in the first half either, and they don't appear as though they will amount to anything here in the second half.
6-point lead for Auburndale. Not quite time to be too patient. 10:53 left in the game. But the 6-point lead does seem bigger than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just the way that Assumption has underwhelmed in their half-court offense. That 6-point lead and a second chance here. 6-point lead could be all right.
Ertl turns it over. I'm not sure where she wanted to go with that.
Yeah, went in without a plan. I mentioned DeRosas earlier had a plan. That time no plan, and there's Dillman with the 3.
Really good job stepping into the shot there. Shot up with confidence.
So we got members of the Assumption boys basketball team screen left for you, making all kinds of noise here.
It's a 3-point game. For being 10-8 at halftime, 24-21 now. Explosion of points.
It has been an explosion of points. A tasty explosion of points. Well, Hamas was all alone down low. In that last swing, Grimm didn't see her. Now they'll swing it back to Hamas here and nearly lost out of bounds.
Dangerous pass. Awi gets it to Krings. Good idea. Inside to Ertl. Ertl back outside. This is Hamas for 3. Another one. 5 made threes for the Eagles in the second half. It's back to 6.
Yeah, Leah Hamas. Just another nice perimeter shot for the Eagles here in this half.
Yeah, and if Assumption's going to stay in the zone, that shot's going to be open.
That one thrown away. The Eagles going to get the ball back, up by 6. So we got about, we're 17 seconds from the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And it's go time. You're the Royals here. I think Coach Klein looks at that clock, and he's probably thinking it too. It's got to be go time for us right now. We're down by 6 on the road. We haven't played especially well, and we're only down by 6. But we got to pick it up right now.
Yeah, and I think maybe only 2 points off the press tonight. I'll be in some trouble. Gets it off to Ertl. Ertl across half court. We have foul on DeRosas, her first.
You mentioned that Auburndale win at Columbus Catholic in Marshfield on Monday. That game was still in question with a minute left on a Columbus Catholic team that I wouldn't put in the same category as Assumption. So it's so interesting, Dan, for me to watch these teams and how one game has absolutely nothing to do with the next.
Yeah. And I don't want to say it's girls basketball because it's boys basketball but it's more so early season basketball.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Plus, it's Christmas is coming up. Everyone has things that they're thinking about that aren't necessarily basketball.
Yeah, there was a Christmas pageant that I went to yesterday, all the elementary school kids. So you got big brother and sister going to that. You're starting to figure out, do I have to buy my boyfriend or girlfriend a gift? All the things a high school kid thinks about all day long.
Exactly.
Or if I just dump him right now, I can save myself a gift. As we get Aui with the offensive foul, she knocked DeRosas to the floor.
Yeah, anytime that you're going to see a player extend their arm, it's an easy call for the official.
Yep, textbook call.
Yeah, Coach Aui not happy with that call, but I think when he watches the film, he'll understand.
Yeah, and he's just frustrated. He sees a moment there where I'm up by 6. I'm having a somewhat nice offensive possession, and it just sees that moment frittered away, as they say.
Yep.
I have no idea what that means, but I've heard people say that. Frittered away.
DeRosas passes up the 3, drives into the lane. It was partially deflected.
Another chance for the Royals.
The left-handed shot by Vollert's good. Her first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, on that last take by DeRosa, she ran into some contact too. And as we talked about, our officials here doing a really nice job tonight because it was not a foul, and that altered the shot of DeRosa's.
There's Krings again.
Krings having herself a second half. How many points she have here in the second? 8?
8 in the second half.
Yeah, 8 in the game then.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, it's Hamas's 4th.
It is, and she's not going to see much game time here, maybe the last 3-4 minutes.
Well, let's see here. Well, she's going to stay in. Coach Aui's going to ride.
Ride or die.
Are you going to ride or die with his point guard, Aaliyah Hamas? She's an important part of this Auburndale team.
Now, it was interesting because it looked like DeRosas might have initiated the contact, but she didn't extend the arm, and that's why the call went the way that it did.
And that's what Coach Aui was asking about, and he was properly explained, and he shook his head in agreement after that explanation was given.
Assumption just no touches in the paint. They're not even looking inside right now. We need some high post touches. There's one. Colo underneath, 2 points.
Just good hard work there by Malia Colo. That entire possession. She's worked and worked and worked, and it paid off with an easy layup.
It's back to a 4-point game. Here's a double team. There's a steal. DeRosas in the open court. Puts it up left-handed. Gets it to go.
Just such exquisite control from Sans DeRosas.
Yep. And Assumption's doing a good job of turning the ball handler and having a double team come from the backside.
A twisting layup there by Aui.
This has turned into a great game. I was worried for a while. It's a touch inside, outside DeRosas. Shot fake, 14-footer, no good. Offensive board by Casey. Assumption resets the offense.
Yeah, Coach Aui, after that rebound was given up, he's going to go to his bench. Didn't like what he saw there, as we get a 3-second call.
See the replay here. Oh, this is the that's what we're talking about.
That steal.
About the double team from the blind side.
Yeah.
Leads to a layup. And that's really hard to teach. As a coach, trying to teach someone to kind of sneak on the backside and the timing of turning the ball handler, and you'll see Hamas quite a bit dribble behind her back and have to go get it. And if there's another girl there, that's what happened. That's a turnover. And it's hard to teach instincts like that.
Hard to teach it, hard to execute it, and difficult sometimes not to pick up a foul doing it as well.
Little out of control. Here's Hamas for 3. This one does not go.
Yeah, had a nice touch on it. You can see why Coach Aui keeps her in the game. 5:40 left. See if she can stay in it for the duration.
DeRosas dribbling along the perimeter, looking inside. No one's moving. Picks up her dribble now.
Very stagnant offensively for the Royals. Just, almost unsure what to do maybe.
Here's Vollert, loses control on the way up. This is a steal by Grimm. Gets it to Aui, probably a good idea. Now Krings has it. Grimm looking inside.
So not only are the Eagles going to stay patient, a benefit of that is to wear that clock out as well with a 4-point lead. Here's Aui
that
launches.
Looks good. Shot it confidently. 7-point game for the Eagles.
It's their largest lead here tonight. Aui stepped right into it.
Yep. Confident shot was in the whole way. Assumption needs points this time down, I feel. They're going to get it. Nope.
No shot. No shot. Foul is on the floor. It's going to be an Eagles foul.
Yep. There's Aui. You can see her step into it with confidence. Nothing but net.
You know, she shot it there in the game like she shoots it in practice, and that's such a big deal. And I know, Dan, you've talked about basketball players about that concept too, right? Shoot it like you do in practice or a game. You keep your shot consistent.
Yep. Colo, that's a nice move. Oh, missed it a little bit long. Offensive rebound, and she lost it out of bounds. Really good job by Schooley to be in the right place at the right time. You know, I think if you're Coach Klein, you want her to go straight up with it and get the contact and get the free throws.
Yeah, such a nice move there to wheel around the lane by Colo. It's just too bad she wasn't able to finish. It's such a nice move, though.
These skip passes are dangerous.
I would say. The team speed of the Royals. But oftentimes these passes, too, are coming 22-plus feet from the rim. So it benefited a little bit by where the passes are being
Grimm,
launched
top
from.
of the key. She's going to shoot it herself. Missed it left. Offensive rebound by Ertl. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's fouled by Kristen Casey on the shot as the Royals not able to box out. And a second chance put back and 2 free throws coming up.
Auburndale 0 for 2 at the line tonight. Only 2 free throws shot by Auburndale. Only 4 by Assumption.
Yeah, 0 for 3 now. So Hamas is going to come out now, and Coach Aui, the strategery of Coach Aui, bringing his
Becker,
or his point guard.
Missed both free throws. Assumption a little careless on the defensive rebound, but the Royals come out with it. DeRosas using a screen. Back to Youngworth. Coach Klein not thrilled with the happenings here.
Well, yeah, he was asking for the high-low. He was asking for the high-low, and it didn't materialize, and he didn't like his team not understanding what he was calling.
Yeah, and a lot of that, honestly, coming up through the youth ranks, was a nice out-of-bounds play. Just couldn't get it to go. No basket.
So another
Schooley.
Yeah, another foul on the floor. A couple of chances for Assumption to have some free throws, but both those last 2 fouls on the floor.
Yep. That's 3 on Ertl. 3 on Ertl, 4 on Hammis.
It is the 6th Auburndale team foul, though, so if Assumption can stay aggressive and pick up another foul, they will get to the free throw line.
Yeah, a little bit more urgency by Assumption here.
Well, and down by 7, they're going to have to be, although this one's thrown right to me.
Yeah, I mean, a really good idea there, but what you want to see, and again, tough to coach, is you want Colo to put her hand out as a target hand,
right.
But it wasn't there, and there's a lot of confusion. This pass is a little bit too long.
Just ill-advised, she'll look back at film on that one tomorrow and admit right away I had no business throwing that pass.
Yeah. A 40-foot pass against the press is not great.
No.
DeRosa's looking inside. Not a whole lot of movement again. Youngworth now. Trying to isolate Colo underneath. She goes short corner. Ball's loose, stolen away. This is Becker. Becker gets it to her teammate.
Krings with the layup. So fast break. Points there, and Coach Klein's going to call the timeout. We will check the replay when we come back. We'll take the timeout here. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
As we come back from timeout, see the replay of the fast break layup by Krings. Well, it's a pass to Krings. Using glass.
Yeah, just great points in transition there for the Eagles. It's got them a 9-point lead with under 3 to play.
Nice move by DeRosas. Doesn't finish. Got too far underneath the basket from our angle at least. 2.5 to play. Auburndale by 9. Ball rolls out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's going to stay here.
Yeah, I thought at first it was going to be dribbled off the foot of Ertl, but it went off of a Royal foot somewhere in that mix.
Yeah, I mean, we're really looking through eight pairs of legs. I mean, dangerous pass, tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, Dillman got her hands on it, and will inbound now from just outside the Gucci seats down there. There's expensive seats right in that front row.
You see a lot of basketball, obviously.
Yeah.
What are the differences between the shoes that the girls wear and shoes the boys wear?
Well, I don't know. I think the boys probably get a little more flamboyant with their shoe choices, but there are some girls that have some nice shoe game. These are all white shoes out here tonight.
Ball's taken away from Aui. Casey with the ball, gets it to DeRosas. Ooh. There's going to be a foul underneath. Looks like this is going to be on Grimm.
Yep, so Grimm gets charged with the foul as, again, it was DeRosas weaving through traffic, able to draw the foul. And that's what Assumption talked about in that timeout huddle while we were away, is get to the rim. We're going to be in the bonus on the next foul, and let's get some easy points with the clock stopped. And DeRosas has a chance now, and is a bonus free throw coming up for DeRosas.
Yeah, and it helps quite a bit, too, because Assumption's able to bring in fresh bodies for the press.
Right.
Assuming that she's going to make both of these. First is good.
First is good.
And we can see the foul. Yeah, I mean, looking at the replay, it looks like that.
Yeah.
It's probably a good call.
Yep, great call.
Second free throw is good. Sets up the press. We have a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Back here to Auburndale. It's a 7-point Eagles lead. They'll have the ball. Coach Owie called that timeout there after the main free throws, Dan. He knows that the press is going to come, so he's going to work on a press beater here coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, this is a different looking press. This is not what Assumption normally shows. So a little John Madden here by Coach Klein.
Yeah.
Auburndale able to break it. Assumption trying to double. It's a turnover. Passed up ahead to Youngworth. Ball's tipped.
Yeah, Grimm got her hand on it. DeRosa's able to keep it on this side.
Youngworth to the short corner, picks up her dribble. Coach's nightmare.
So foul is on the floor. It's going to be a free throw coming up for Sans DeRosas.
It's going to be 5 fouls on Hannes.
Yep. So just a physical night for Aaliyah Hamas, and she will check out with 139. That means we know her point total for the game.
3.
Yeah. So defensive expert Hamas out for the final 139. But the Royals now able to see if they can get some more points with the clock stopped.
2-2 so far tonight. The Rosas' first free throw is perfect.
Take a look at that Wheeler's GM replay. Another time DeRosas on the move with the ball.
Oh, that was the 5th foul. Free throw's good. So DeRosas has made 4 free throws in the last 30 seconds or so.
And all with the clock stopped. It's that's part of the recipe for a comeback. Royals still down by 5, and we get a foul here on Assumption's Izzy Youngworth. It's only the 5th team foul, though, so the Royals, if they're trying to get Auburndale to the line, I don't know, Dan, you can tell me if that's a good strategy here, but it's gonna take a few more.
Yeah, well, you can be aggressive. You can double team, you can triple team, you can swipe at the ball. If you get a foul, not that big a deal.
Yeah, nobody for Assumption in foul trouble.
Yep.
So you don't have to be choosy with who's, coming on that double.
Yeah, Coach Owie wants the ball in Grimm's hands or Krings or Owie. Nobody else.
Sans DeRosas pick up that foul. That's team foul number 6 now. So now should Assumption choose to gain extra possessions by putting Auburndale on the free throw line, they can with the next foul.
Yep. And knowing the coaching staff like we do, they definitely know who to foul.
Yes.
Dangerous pass. Auburndale does not have to shoot. They just have to wait to get fouled, keep control of the ball.
Yeah, with a 5-point lead, they're not going to shoot.
Not in Wisconsin.
Not in Wisconsin. No shot clock. Don't even get me started. So that'll put Grimm on the free throw line. Ashlyn Grimm, the junior, will step up for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Auburndale's going to have to make some free throws. This thing is not over yet.
Second foul on Youngworth today.
Grimm is going to shoot the bonus. Schooley back into the game.
So the freshman,
Casey.
Yeah, you get some height. You want to be able to get this rebound off a free throw miss here.
Free throw is back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. That's a big play.
It's huge in this game right now.
Owie gets it to Grimm. Grimm to Becker. Becker shoots a 3. Off the rim twice. Another offensive rebound.
Wow.
Now Grimm has it.
Time ticking right now on the Royals.
40 seconds left, and there's a foul.
So DeRosas with the foul. It'll put Grimm on the free throw line for a 1-and-1. That's team foul number 8. Both teams now with 8 fouls. More importantly, though, Auburndale with a 5-point lead and 40 seconds remain.
Auburndale 0-5 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, it's just tough in a close competitive game like this, very low-scoring game. Those missed free throws Auburndale's able to get out of here with a win. They would quickly want to forget those free throw misses. Now 0 for 6.
Yep. So that is going to go to Assumption.
And importantly for Assumption now, it keeps it a 2-possession game. 39 seconds left, so just 1 second off the clock on the tip on the rebound. DeRosas will let it roll. Bounce.
You don't need a 3 here.
No, you need the best shot you can find.
Yeah, and quick. DeRosas trying to split the double team up top of the zone. Nobody wants to shoot the ball.
Wait, okay, now we're taking too much time. Now we got to go. We are under 20 seconds here. DeRosa is going to force the issue. Shot doesn't fall. Rebound brought down. And Ertl. And back to the free throw line go the Eagles. But that may have done it there. That possession, Dan, took 22 seconds and came up empty.
Yeah.
That might have been it. Make sure to stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. We will talk to today's winning coach and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All that comes up at the conclusion of this one.
Oh, there's a made free throw.
Well, Auburndale happy.
Yeah.
Happy that went through. Still a 2-possession game.
This is the big one. Good.
There it is. So that will bring the end to it. I've seen miracles, Dan. I don't think is a miracle here. We're going to get a timeout, though. We'll take the timeout. Back for the final 12.7 right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
All right, yeah, Dan, so you got to have a made shot, turnover in 12 seconds here.
Yeah, and the clock doesn't stop on a made basket, although I think Coach Klein has a bunch of timeouts left.
He's got one left.
Yep, you got to move. Here's Youngworth for 3, makes it. There's the timeout.
So we'll take. Let's keep it here. We'll keep it here. Yeah. Keep it right here. 2.6 seconds left. Dan, again, our halftime score 10-8.
So yeah, this turned out to be a really good game. Not that it wasn't a good game at halftime, but a little bit more exciting. We travel quite a bit to these games. Mm-hmm. We like seeing close games. Yeah. We don't always get that. But we just like to see girls, boys really go at it, play good games, make shots.
Yeah, our voice of the Assumption Royals, Steve May, said this would be a close game, be a good game. And it turns out Steve was right.
He was right.
It started that way, although just on a different way, right? It was 4-4 for forever.
It was 4-4 with probably 10 minutes left to go in the first half, or maybe 8 minutes left in the first half. I don't remember.
But the story here for me, the 3-point shooting by Auburndale here in the second half, they really allowed them to pull away. They never led by. Well, no, I take that back. They led by 9. Their largest margin, and that was after back-to-back threes. But the 3-point shooting for Auburndale really solidified this win for them here at home tonight.
Yep. 6 threes in the second half. 2 from Aui, 1 from Grimm, 2 from Krings, 1 from Hammis.
It's pretty good.
Yep. Auburndale just has to get the ball in and not foul. Even if you want to throw it to the other end of the court.
I was just going to say, just throw it to the A at center
just
court.
Hold it. Yep, there's a foul.
Okay. So foul comes, 1.6 seconds left. Still a 4-point game.
Whenever it's like a 4 or 5 point game late, I always think about the MTV Jams basketball court where there's like a 5-point spot and a 10-point spot.
If there were such thing here, we'd still have something to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Did they have that in Ice Cube's league too? Did they have a 4-point shot?
I don't know.
I thought they did.
I mean, who says no to half court being 4 points.
I think it's a reasonable thing to have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exciting.
Krings makes them both.
And she hung it up there, too. Like the style.
Well, these two teams are going to see each other again, but tonight it is the night for the Auburndale Eagles. They stay undefeated, 5-0 in conference, 7-0 overall, with a 40-34 win. Let's take a break. Let's see some cheese commercials, Trevor. We'll be back after this with the Nasonville Dairy post-game show.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
What camera do you want me on? Go on. Over here. Here in our Nasonville Dairy post-game show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com, here with Auburndale Eagle head coach Dale Lowy. Coach, let's talk about the Assumption Press and how you prepared for that today and how your preparation turned into what it did here today.
Well, we didn't do what we prepared to do, but we managed all game, and that's all that mattered. We didn't really turn the ball over once or twice because of their press. They do a good job with their press, and it's tough to break. I tried a couple different ideas in my head, and nothing worked really well, but it was enough to get it done.
The first half was a grind. What did you tell your girls in the second half to get them loose and get an offensive flow going?
For us, it's just relaxing and hitting shots. Every one of our girls can shoot the ball. It's just a matter of relaxing and hitting shots. And we did that a lot better in the second half than we did in the first half.
Win tonight keeps you undefeated. How do you attribute your early season success here this year?
Hard work. I thought we played excellent defense tonight. We had them guessing all night. We did an excellent job on defense tonight. Unlike our previous game this week where we didn't play good defense, we played excellent defense tonight.
Coach, congrats on the win. Thanks for stopping by. You got it.
You.
All right, we'll talk to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Grace Krings. Come on over. Everything's good. Yeah. Congratulations. Nice win here tonight. Defending champs on the floor. Did you and the girls talk about that all, or think about it during the week? That, they're a conference team, but they're also state champs.
Yeah, we were thinking about that all during the week. We watched them for all week on just all their plays and everything we could to help.
They're known for their press. You were able to handle that for the most part here tonight. Talk about coaches, how they prepared you and the rest of the girls to be able to handle that tonight and give yourselves a chance in the game.
We worked a lot on press, actually, and most of our practice was working on beating the press, getting down, and just keeping the ball with us.
Goal of the game of basketball is score the more points than the other team. It doesn't mean you have to score a lot. In the first half, you guys didn't score very much at all. How was that? Was that tough to kind of mentally get through that first half, such a low-scoring effort?
It was definitely really weird and hard to keep playing through that, but we beat it through. So
6 made three-pointers in the second half. You had 2 of them, some clutch three-pointers out there. Talk about that, and in yours especially, how your teammates were able to help you, get you open, get you in rhythm beyond the arc.
When we have the ball in for a rebound, we like to kick it out and try to get an open three, and we work a lot on that.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to give you the microphone. You've seen our highlights before?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Okay, camera's right there. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. I'm Grace Krings, and I'm in the house.
Okay.
Right? Easy
Yep.
enough? Good, Trevor. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Gracie Krings, and I'm in the house.
Nice job. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it here from Auburndale. For Dan Ross, Ethan Lecker, Trevor Zaleski, my name's Jason Zaleski. Have a great night. Another 6-pack of games live and free for you tomorrow on Friday night. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow night.